I want to ask you something that nobody around you is asking. Not your friends, not your family, not the people who depend on you and count on you and come to you when things fall apart. None of them are asking this. So I will. How are you? Really? Not the version you give when someone asks in passing. Not the "I'm good, busy but good" version that ends the conversation before it begins. How are you? Beneath the competence, beneath the reliability, beneath the version of yourself that has learned to hold things together so consistently that people have stopped asking if you need to be held together too. At some point in your life, you received a message. It did not come in a single moment, it came gradually, through 1,000 small observations about what was rewarded and what was not, what made the people around you feel safe and what made them uncomfortable, what earned you respect and what earned you concern. And the message, assembled slowly from all of those moments, was this: be strong. Handle it. Don't make it about you. Other people need you. This is not the time. And so you learned. You learned to take the feeling, whatever it was, and move it somewhere else, to a place where it would not interfere with what needed to be done. And what needed to be done always came first. I want to tell you what happens to a feeling that is consistently moved somewhere else. It does not disappear. Feelings are not problems you can solve by solving other problems. They are not obligations you can defer until a more convenient moment arrives. They are information, alive, persistent, patient in a way that is almost frightening. And when they are not received, when they are redirected, suppressed, managed, set aside for later, they do not leave. They accumulate, quietly, below the surface of the competence, below the reliability, below the version of you that everyone depends on. And over time, that accumulation begins to cost something. Let me describe the cost, because it is not dramatic. That is what makes it so easy to miss. It does not announce itself. It does not arrive with a crisis or a breakdown or a moment that is clearly identifiable as the moment things changed. It arrives as a kind of distance, a slight, almost imperceptible removal from the things that used to matter. The relationship that used to bring you joy now just brings you responsibility. The work that used to feel meaningful now just gets done. The laughter that used to be easy now requires a small effort you cannot fully account for. And the silence that used to feel peaceful now feels like something you have to outrun. You reach for your phone. You reach for the next task. You reach for anything that keeps you moving because something in you knows if you stop, something is waiting in the stillness that you are not prepared to meet. This is what always being strong actually costs. Not strength, not capability, not the ability to show up for other people. Those remain. What is lost is the connection to yourself, the thread back to the interior, the ability to know from the inside how you actually are. Because for so long, the question was not relevant. How you were did not change what needed to be done. So you stopped checking. And now, when someone asks, you genuinely do not know. Not because you are hiding it, because the distance has become so familiar that you have forgotten there was ever anything on the other side of it. I want to speak to something specific now, because this pattern, the always strong pattern, is distributed across all kinds of people. It knows no single gender, no single background. But there is a particular version of it that has been handed down with extraordinary consistency to men, and I want to address it directly. There is a version of masculinity that was built around a simple equation. Strength is the presence of control. Weakness is the presence of feeling. Therefore, feeling is the enemy of strength. This equation was not invented to harm anyone. It was built for a world where certain kinds of feeling, in certain kinds of situations, genuinely did need to be set aside. Battle, emergency, survival. But that world, for most of the people watching this, is not the world you live in. And the equation persisted anyway. So you have men and others who learned this version of strength, walking through ordinary lives with an extraordinary capacity to endure without expressing, to absorb without releasing, to carry without ever putting down, and calling it dignity. I am not going to tell you that expressing feeling is easy. I am not going to give you a simple invitation to open up as if the wall came down with a single decision. It does not. The wall was built over years. It will not come down in an afternoon. But I want to say something about the wall itself. The wall is not strength. The wall is the shape that strength takes when it has nowhere safe to go. Real strength, the kind that actually sustains a person over a lifetime, looks different. It looks like the person who can feel the full weight of something without being destroyed by it, who can be moved without being swept away, who can say, "This is hard," and remain standing while saying it. That is not weakness. That is the hardest thing a human being can learn to do. Let me ask you something. Think of the person in your life you consider the strongest. Not the most successful, not the most capable, not the most reliable, the strongest. Now ask yourself, is their strength built on the absence of feeling? Or is it built on the ability to be present with feeling without being consumed by it? I suspect, if you are honest, it is the second. The strongest people you have known were not the ones who felt nothing. They were the ones who felt deeply and found a way to stay. That is what strength actually is, not the suppression of the interior, the capacity to inhabit it fully without running. I want to tell you what is on the other side of the wall. Not weakness, not collapse, not the loss of everything you have built. What is on the other side of the wall is a version of yourself that is tired, that has been carrying something heavy for a very long time, that has been showing up reliably, consistently, competently, while quietly wondering if anyone would show up for them. That version of you is not broken. It is not weak. It is not asking for too much. It is asking for the one thing that the always strong almost never allow themselves to receive. Someone to put down what they are carrying, just for a moment, and say, "I see you. You don't have to hold everything right now. You are allowed to not be okay." And if there is no one in your life from whom you can receive that, then I am saying it to you now. You do not have to hold everything. You have been holding things that were never meant to be held alone. You have been strong in ways that cost more than anyone around you knows. And the fact that you kept going, that you kept showing up, is not nothing. But it is not enough. Not for a whole life. Not for the interior of a person who deserves more than the ability to endure. The hidden cost of always being strong is not paid all at once. It is paid in the distance, in the numbness, in the relationships that feel more like obligations than connections, in the success that feels hollow at its center, in the nights when the house is quiet and something in you that has not had room to speak in years tries, quietly, to make itself heard, and you reach for the noise, again. I am asking you to do one thing, not to dismantle the strength, not to perform vulnerability for an audience that has not earned it. Just, the next time the room goes quiet and something inside you tries to speak, don't reach for the noise. Stay, even for 1 minute, even if what arises is uncomfortable, even if you don't have words for it and it doesn't resolve into anything clean. Just stay with it and let yourself be, for 1 minute, something other than strong. Not weak,
Not broken, not less, just human, complete with all of it.